Sorry, it may be a little bit loud here, but it's been raining on and off, so I didn't want to make a video outside. So I wanted to talk about kind of like false modesty, arrogance, humility, cockiness, this whole like concept, because I saw two things recently. One was a lot of people in the comment sections of YouTube videos being all super glad that McGregor lost because they said he was being too arrogant and cocky. And another one, which just struck me as insanely crazy, was there was a video of this big, huge man who has 3 World's Strongest Man titles and a couple Arnold Strongman Classic titles named Brian Shaw, breaking the world record on the heaviest stone lift. He got 555 pounds up over the object they had that you were supposed to put it over. And in the video, people are going off on how he's normally humble and good-natured and easygoing, and how he seemed all arrogant and cocky in there. And I'm like, you guys are ridiculous. So I think, for one thing, that false modesty is just stupid and dishonest. It's okay to legitimately recognize that you're lucky and you're fortunate and that your training's paid off and that you could be beaten at any time by someone super hungry with a lot of talent and skill and determination and great work ethic. But it's another thing to just downplay yourself like you're nothing. It's like just stupid. It's dishonest. And that's what a lot of people almost seem like they want. And I agree that arrogance and cockiness with nothing to back it up is irritating. I see it all over the place. I see all these people who seem to have nothing to contribute, who think they're the second coming or something, and that is annoying. But when someone like Michael Jordan or Muhammad Ali or Bruce Lee says they're good, you know, that's just straight up being honest, and they can back it up. And, you know, there's a good quote by Bruce Lee where he says, if I say I'm good, you will say I'm boasting and arrogant. But if I say I'm not good, then you know I'm lying. And it's true. And, you know, I've seen a lot of UFC stuff and a lot of UFC interviews and whatnot, and I do agree that they are arrogant and boastful, and it kind of is irritating because it flies in the face of what we were supposed to be as martial artists, where you kind of walk softly and carry a big stick and you're kind of like humble and quiet and whatnot. But so I could see, maybe I didn't watch any of the Conor McGregor interviews, so he might have actually been guilty of what he was accused of. But what I saw was a man who moved up weight classes and performed super well. He was fighting a good fighter, and man, I didn't watch it live, so I already knew that Diaz was gonna win. And he did so good in that first round that I kept thinking to myself, how in the world is Diaz gonna win? Because McGregor, man, he was like lightning in that first round. He, even with that 3-inch reach disadvantage, he just kept landing these mega hard shots. I'm like, wow, this guy is quick. He's got some skill. And finally, Diaz beat him, but he went in there in a very admirable way. So I don't know. I think he was backing up his attitude somewhat. I agree that I thought that what's her face? Stupid brain's not working. Ronda Rousey. I did think that she was getting way too overconfident and just assuming she was gonna keep her win streak up, and kind of had written Holmes off completely. So I was kind of happy when she got knocked out. So I could see why people felt that way with O'Connor. But the thing with Brian Shaw was just ridiculous. It's like, this is a man who's been training really hard. He's always really nice and carries himself well. and he had just broken a world record in one of the two biggest strongman contests there are. Like, the World's Strongest Man contest and the Arnold Strongman Classic are the two biggest things in the strength world. And he was excited. Like, would you not be excited if you worked really, really hard and then you broke a world record in something? Is that arrogance? Is that cockiness? It's just silliness. So I say focus more on ability as opposed to words. Like, don't be like, oh, that guy's cocky, because if Michael Jordan says he's good, he is good. He's not being cocky, he's being honest. So don't make all these people jump through your silly hoops of how they should behave socially.